My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Noonas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Natalia.
Sky.
And today is our annual spooky movie episode that we do for the second year in a row for Halloween.
Annual second time.
Second time. I feel like we'll probably keep doing this every Halloween.
Probably.
I feel like there's going to be enough silly Halloween or like silly, scary movies that we could probably keep going for a while.
Probably. And we sure watched a movie. We sure did. But before we get into that, it's the Halloween spirit. What's our favorite Halloween movies? Everyone's got a favorite Halloween movie. Like, come on. I'll start. Mine is Hocus Pocus. Yes. Incredible. Have loved that movie since childhood. That movie really holds up. I actually watched it recently, and I'm like,
it really does.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
See that they're doing a remake?
Yeah, it's like a prequel or something, or a sequel.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I don't think it's an actual true remake, but
okay.
But
I mean, it's kind of like it.
The original was so good,
mentioned it on the K-Bay podcast this week, and then went and found it. They're like, did we make this happen? I was like, maybe. It has been known to happen.
Well, my personal favorite Halloween movie, I actually found my earrings for, and it's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Very
I've my ears for this. I just love it. It's so much fun.
The Nightmare Before Christmas is great because you can watch it as both a Halloween movie and a Christmas movie. Mm-hmm. You're in it to win it.
It's definitely one of my favorites, and I always do a double feature. I watch that and then Rocky Horror because I'm a theater kid, so have to do Rocky Horror.
Yeah, it's a rule.
I don't know if it necessarily qualifies as Halloween, but they do have Halloween. It ends on Halloween, so I'm going to say it does, but Practical Magic.
Oh, yeah. I love that movie.
I haven't watched that movie in a while.
Oh, man, me too. I haven't watched that movie since I had, cable, and it would be on, TVN or whatever. That's
true. They would play it all the time.
Twice a day. Yeah. No, I love that movie. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
I remember reading a review of it one time, and basically he said, they try to make you believe this is a movie about witches, but really it's a movie about hair. And then they went through and they just described them all by their hair. And they were like, great hair, super hair, crazy hair, guy with great hair. And they were just, and I was like, they're not really wrong. There's a lot of really nice hair in this movie.
Now, I know Sky doesn't really like the scary.
And then she's going to pull out a scary movie. She's like, no. Actually.
She's like, yeah, the Chainsaw Massacre is my favorite.
My jam. Watch it every year.
No. How about this? Do you guys want to guess what genre of Halloween movie?
I think it's the Peanuts, the Greatest Pumpkin.
Yeah, that's what I grew up on.
My vote is Halloween Town.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I could see that one. Mm-hmm.
So it's either the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, because that's forever, or Hotel Transylvania, because
that was so good.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Also, it's
I haven't seen the third one. I liked the second one too, but I haven't seen the third one yet.
I was actually I watched them this year for the first time, and I was actually really surprised with how much I enjoyed them.
Yeah, I liked it probably way too much than I probably should have. That was cute. Maybe wavy.
Hey, it's okay to like stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like shame on this group.
That's fair.
Like what you want to like.
Exactly.
Unless it's meant to hurt people, then don't like that. But
as long as you're not hurting anyone, who cares what you're into? As long as everyone involved agrees in doing it.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna shame you in any way. You enjoy what you enjoy. Whatever.
We are wearing costumes, by the way, since...
Yeah, well, for some of us, costume is a bit of a stretch. However, for Sky, she went
all out.
All out.
Well, so did Jessie.
Crazy.
Jessie went all out.
I mean, but
did.
I just
that's true.
do stuff from my work, so.
I just put on my witch hat that I just wear all October. I did have a costume, but It arrives in the mail tomorrow, making it useless for this. However, it will make an appearance on Twitter sometime the week of Halloween. So worry not.
An attempt was made.
Like,
And therefore,
no one should criticize me. So last year we watched Spellbound with Lehman Key. Quality film.
That's so good. If
If
you haven't watched it, go watch it.
because it's real good. And it's on Viki, I think, so you can definitely find it. This year, we kept with the ghost theme, and picked a movie we knew nothing about, on Netflix.
The description, I mean...
We wanted it on Netflix, too. We were trying to be, like, nice and inclusive.
To be inclusive. It's a Thai movie called Oh My Ghost. There's like 90 things called Oh My Ghost now, by the way. Like, especially on Netflix. It's not even the first one that comes.
And in this series. There's 2 of them.
yeah.
Yeah, there's multiple.
At least, like, 5, I think, because there's like
5
1,
of them.
2, 3, 4, and then there's the hair extension one. I can't remember what the name of it is, but
Yeah,
like,
well,
haunted
there's
hair
2 of them
extension.
that are Oh My Ghost, and you have to look at the year. One's like 2009, one's 2015.
So
Yeah.
I hope I watched the right one. Shoot.
no, you and I were talking about it, so I'm pretty sure at least we watched the same one. It might not be the right one, but we watched the same one.
I mean, you're not missing out, though.
Yeah.
So, oh boy, I tried to actually explain the plot of this to my husband today, and I was like, listen, I don't know what I watched, but it was a thing.
I feel like it becomes much more clear in the second half.
Yeah, like you
The
sort of
first
figure out
half
what's
is a
happening.
big old mess.
But the first half, it like starts out with like these teenage boys in an apartment building where we assume they live. But it's haunted. But then why do they live there? But I digress. They all seem to live together too. And then they get haunted by a ghost and run away. And the ghost seems like a little scamp with her. Hiding behind the door and then popping out.
Little metal claw things.
Well, those are like traditional Thai nail extension things.
But she's the only one who has them in the ghost.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Because like the way it is, like they would bend their hands back and then they would. I have a set of them at my mom's house. So then there's a bunch of middle-aged transsexuals who are all friends and
dress on point. I mean,
they do.
Their makeup
60s,
still
like
needle work.
classic bouffant hairdos and stuff.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Well, and their furniture. The furniture was
That one.
The set design on this was actually really good.
Yeah, it was like funky. It looks funky. So then there's also these 2 young guys that live with them.
One of them is their son. Is
one of them is one of their sons.
Which is pretty funny because he keeps calling the guy dad, but the dad refers to himself as mom.
Yeah.
Because, so it's a little amusing that way. Confusing too.
Then there's like a younger guy whose aunt, who's also a transsexual, but an evil transsexual, arrives and has a vendetta against these ghosts.
Which is not clear in the beginning.
No, in the beginning, I thought she was like getting possessed by the ghosts or something.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Well, and I thought she was like invited because she had some sort of like supernatural, like ghost busting potential or something. So that's why they invited her in, was to get rid of the ghosts. So no wonder she like fights with the ghosts all the time. But then later you find out not so much.
But like the
I did want to clarify something because I was totally confused about those boys. Like, why are all these boys living, like, they're school-age boys. They're all wearing the Thai, like, school uniform, hot shorts and everything. The building that they're in is not a hotel. It is a boys' dormitory that they're running. They run a boys' dormitory. It's a hostel, like,
so weird.
Dormitory. If they run a boys' dormitory, question, why does the one random teenage girl live there?
Also
she
question.
Also goes to the school.
So
also a lady boy. So
Oh, is she? I thought she was just a girl.
No, because the dead sister, that's a whole thing, right?
Oh,
The dead
okay.
twin is like, but she's like, no, we're exactly the same as we used to be. And the dead twin looks at her like big fake boobs and is like, hey, I don't have those. Like the dead twin doesn't have boobs.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I missed
Also
it.
a lady boy.
Because, like, the actress playing her was on another show where she was just a woman that I saw. She was on Ugly Duckling. She played, like, the chubby friend on Ugly Duckling that the hot guy was into. And she has a pretty hot boyfriend, too.
I think listed on my drama list as a boy. So, actor-wise.
Okay, but the lobby area
is a mess.
Well, no, it looks like an antique store.
Yeah,
like all the chairs are up high, and it looks like it's just like they packed everything in, and they've been just like hoarding everything, and they're selling everything. Because they thought there was like a glass case. Too.
Then I assumed because kind of that antique thing, I figured that's kind of, if they're in that realm a little bit, that's how they got their myths on all of the retro furniture that is like completely 1970s.
Yeah.
Like,
but then it's like the evil exorcist, the evil lady on Lady Man on, I'm not trying to be offensive. Like, they call themselves lady boys. Like, I don't want to misgender people, but
no.
She starts doing shenanigans with some voodoo, and she has like this random dude servant who's painted totally black with horns who like does her bidding.
Yeah.
And
she apparently like communes with the demons
with the
or
devil
something.
or something. And then
know?
she like possesses the guy's son who was a monk but then left the monkhood. And then she possesses him to fall in love with her. Wait. I'm so confused.
Wait. I thought the monk kid was a totally different
Like
kid.
the monk from the beginning?
Yeah.
No, that's her son.
Yeah.
That's like the guy's son who keeps calling him dad.
I thought
And that the ghost keeps calling.
I also thought that was just a different.
No. That was the son because
He's actually a super popular actor.
Yeah, and he gave the thing was he was giving alms. Basically it's like you temporarily enter the monkhood to like give respect to someone. So he was doing it for the girl who died when she hit her head on the toilet.
Yeah, I caught all that. I just didn't know that. And I even understood. I'm renouncing the monkhood. Like, I got all that.
And then you just thought he disappeared and, like, never reappeared.
Because he was, like, so friendly with everybody else. Like, it just assumed he was part of that group.
Like, this movie is a hot mess. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it is.
Because it just starts right off the bat, too. And it's like they assume you have knowledge of things. Like, it feels like there's scenes that have been cut out in the beginning. Because
like, it feels like maybe this is not the first movie. Like, it feels like it's a sequel to another movie that you need to know shit for to like understand.
To me it feels like it's a series of movies that are the same kind of type of humor, kind of like what's his face that does all the like that sort of thing where like you just like understand the type of humor because every other thing that this person has written is like this because it definitely like it's written to be wacky. It's not written to be.
I will be honest. It's not really my brand of humor, but there was one little joke that I thought was funny, and it was after all the boys who are all in the trash can together all get out and run away, and she's like, "How'd they all fit in that trash can?" And I was like, "Yes. Why aren't there more jokes like this? Enough with the fart jokes.
Yes.
No, I want this kind of joke."
To me, there was probably a handful of jokes like that. Like, the jokes would kind of have a random observation. To me, it was more of a parody of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It felt like that.
It is a slapstick type comedy, but to me, it's even like a parody slapstick.
Yeah.
It feels kind of like something like Scary Movie probably is like, and I know there are like Thai scary movies are terrifying. Like they're I don't watch them because they like they do horror like nobody's business. Mm-hmm. So it feels like that, like it is supposed to be. And like, maybe if you were into them, there might be things that you were getting out of the movie that you might not, I'm not getting because I'm not watching all those Thai horror.
Yeah, Sky would never sleep again after watching.
Well, I just know better. Like
He's like, I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna watch them.
I know. I thought this one was going to be a little scarier, like that it would have more like jump scares, or that even at least the ghosts would be kind of scary, but the way you deal with them is funny or something. Like I thought there might be a little bit of that that combination, but.
No,
so I didn't
you
want
could
to watch
definitely
it
tell,
at
like, on the picture that it was going to be this wacky. I didn't think there was going to be any scares in it whatsoever.
Yeah,
I thought it was just going to be
there were no jump scares.
That's why
it was
a Halloween movie.
Oh boy, it was something.
This was definitely something.
Like,
as far as our tradition goes, this definitely falls a little more into the Vampire Heaven end of last year's episode than this Spellbound episode. But it was weird. But I do have to say, once you get about halfway and they actually start telling the story in a sort of linear way and giving you the details and stuff, I thought the premise was quite good and the concept was good. It just you don't have to watch the first half of the movie. You could just watch the second half and be like, oh, okay, there's a story here. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, if they had spent the first half of the movie, sort of explaining how any of these people know each other, it would have made more sense, because, why are all of these middle-aged transsexuals living together with a bunch of teenage boys? It was weird.
Very weird.
And then there's another one randomly shows up with a 20-year-old French lover, and you're like, what is happening?
Where did he come from?
And then he just disappeared, and you never see him again. And it's okay, and then there's just all of these men who seem to just be these young men who are just yeah, you know what I'm really into? 60-year-old transsexual women. That's what I want. And you're just what? Okay. But I must say, I did have one favorite part of the movie. The fake mustache. When he goes to the past.
Glorious.
It looks like they literally took a piece of felt and just stuck it on his face. It was incredible.
He looks like the mustache twirling villain in a fake flashback, black and white, where it's gonna be all choppy or something. Which, if they had done that for the flashback stuff, that would have been perfect. If it had all been in black and white and had that grainy, funky thing, that would have been super
silent
cool.
movie vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's way not my thing.
Yeah.
To preface this.
Yeah.
And I probably would never recommend it to anyone. But
it's much greater with her costume, I'm sorry.
Okay, and to specify, we didn't even say what my costume was earlier.
That's true.
My costume is a victim of October in K-pop world right now. So it's someone who has been crying and laughing and has been overwhelmed with K-pop comebacks.
Yeah. It's delightful.
Yeah.
Glorious.
So it's making a costume out of that. So anyway, I'm trying to be serious and I have makeup all over my face. But I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was definitely a lot of stuff I'd rather not have had in it, like bathroom humor, they went really far down that road, or things like that. But as far as someone who doesn't like scary things, really bad parody shows that's kind of either you go animated cute for Halloween stuff, or Nightmare Before Christmas, so that's a different thing, or Coraline or things like that, and then you have the really meaning to be bad stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which this
Campy.
clearly did.
Yeah, clearly meant to be campy.
Purposefully awful. And there's a level, it's very self-aware,
Yeah.
So, I mean, on some level I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. It was long for what it was.
It was long. It was. I was actually surprised.
I took breaks, I had,
you stop it and go away.
something for a little bit, and then I came back to it. But
I mean,
does it make me kind of want to watch one of the other ones? Yes.
Exactly. I want to see where they go with it, because
Yeah.
they ended on a like an actual cliffhanger for like the next movie, and I'm like, how?
Okay, like when I was looking them up on my drama list, if anybody is looking them up, on my drama list they're called My Haunting is the title. I think that's the tie. But there's one that is about, I think it's again like a drag queen or something, but she gets hair extensions that apparently used to belong to a movie actress who was murdered, and she gets possessed by the haunted hair extensions, and I'm like, I want to watch that one. I wonder if that one's on Netflix, because okay,
It probably is.
Probably.
and, like she was murdered by her lover, and like now she wants like revenge, like she's got her haunted hair extensions and she's going for revenge, and I'm like, yes.
Honestly, these movies, I would think you could kind of put on the background a little bit.
Yeah.
At least for a chunk, until something actually happens.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like if you're not taking anything serious, I don't know. I
think the problem with watching this movie now was that this movie needs to be watched with a group and not just a solo experience by any means.
Yeah, like it's very
Like, it
much
needs
like
a
in the vein of like Samurai Cop, like that sort of movie. If you've ever seen Samurai Cop, you'll know what I mean. It needs to be watched with a group of people who are there to have a good time, not watch a good movie. You know what I mean? Though I must admit, I did.
Maybe alcohol if you're into that type.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe have like a bad Halloween movie night or party, and this would be perfect for the lineup.
I actually went to one once, and we watched Room 9. If you want to see a bad horror movie, Room 9 gets my like, mwah, it's so bad. It has the dude from CSI Miami in it.
Oh, the lead.
Yeah, the lead guy, and it's like so it was amazing. If you're looking for recommendations for your bad Halloween movie night, that's a good one.
I always like Trolls 2 because there's no trolls in it.
Yeah, and there's no Trolls 1. Trolls 2 is its own movie. It's not a sequel. It's actually rated like the worst movie ever made. So it's that sort of vibe.
But it's great with a group.
Yeah.
Totally great.
I feel like I could see this movie that we watched being sort of a tie. Like I could almost see in certain circles it being like a Rocky Horror Picture Show experience for some people, like that they would dress up in their, silly like 60s costumes or their, Thai traditional dancer costumes and go and,
party,
repeat the lines and do like goofy stuff.
Yeah, it kind of has that vibe.
I can see it like being played at a bar or something, where like everybody's like just kind of having fun.
Like a gay bar or something. Like a gay bar,
like a Halloween gay bar night.
And maybe everyone hasn't seen all of them, but probably everyone has seen at least one of them.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I did appreciate that it had blooper reels at the end, because I like nothing more than a good blooper reel at the end of a movie.
The main ghost was fabulous in this. Like she was
pretty
the first
good.
half, she was absolutely the best part of the first half, and she was a pretty big part of the second half too. But like she was just fantastic. Like her face, her expressions, and she was a goof. Like she wasn't just going out killing everybody and whatever. She was like teasing them and making fun of them, and like it was hilarious.
Like I don't think she killed anyone. She just pranked.
She was totally offended when like she was accused of killing somebody.
Yeah.
She's like,
I didn't do that.
She's like, the worst thing I did was fart on a group of boys hiding in fear from me. Like, I'm not that bad.
And that pretty much summarizes like the level of humor that was served.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
It was something.
It was.
This was my first Thai movie, so.
Oh no.
Aww.
I just need you to know that they're mostly better than that. I just need you to know that's not like indicative of all of Thai cinema.
No.
So.
But yeah, I mean, I did. I was about a quarter of the way through, and I was like, oh, guys, I don't know. I don't think we, and it was like getting all that toilet humor, and I was like, Sky's not going to want to watch this. She's going to hate this. Sky's not going to enjoy this at all. I'm not enjoying it at all.
That's one of that, like, K-dramas, man. Like, I don't know. I don't get grossed out. I'm just done. I get very done.
Yeah, you're just like at your peak. You're like, no, don't want this anymore.
I'll accept a little just because, like, cultural difference, yeah, whatever. And then, like, I am so done with that. It's like, that pretty much happened in this movie. Like, oh, this is the joke. Oh, the joke continues for the next 5 minutes.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like by the second half, I was like, oh, all right. And then, it ended, and I was like, I might watch the rest of them.
At least figure out what's going on.
Yeah, like
Although somebody reviewed it on my drama list and said that this is the one with the most coherent plot.
Oh no! Oh no!
I was like,
no!
I really do feel like if you watch in a group, if not with a group, definitely with alcohol or like extreme sleep deprivation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where then everything is like hilarious. It would totally work for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see it being a good like sleepover, like watch all 4 of them with like a group of friends and just all-nighter, like we're just gonna watch them all. I think the ones that are titled 1, 2, 3, and 4 have that same group of 3 women or ladyboys or whatever we're gonna call the what I'm wondering is if in Thailand, if they're recognized as like a trio, like a comedy trio or something like that, maybe. Those 3 might be recognizable somehow.
Or they're like 3 writers, like they're a trio, like a troupe of a writing team.
Yeah. No,
makes you curious because they did seem to like to play off of each other a little bit.
You're dear my heart, as terrible ghost movie as it will. But yeah. You know what else is really near and dear to my heart? All of you wonderful people who support the coffee. If you're unaware, we have a coffee which helps offset the costs of running this podcast, which does cost money for, hosting, equipment, our website, everything. Like, being an adult sucks. Everything costs money. And while we love putting out free content for you, and we'll continue to do so, the main podcast will always be free. If you want to support this podcast, you can go to ko-fi.com/certifiednunas and support us in any way that you want. And in thanks for that, there's all sorts of extra fun content like outtakes from the podcast, special little episodes. We got stuff a-brewing.
You can see our costumes.
Yes, our costumes will be on coffee.
They will.
And yeah, we got fun stuff. If you don't have the money, don't worry about it. This will continue to be free, but maybe just tell someone who you think would enjoy our podcast. Yes, if you go to certifiednunas.com, there's a button on the sidebar. Real easy to get there. But yeah, now moving on. We've had so much fun last episode making the greatest podcast-based drama.
So good.
That has ever existed.
If not the only one ever.
Yeah. Worry not, because it will eventually be a fan fiction on coffee. So if you like that shit, if you like what happened last week, keep your little eyes peeled on the old coffee, because there's gonna be some fan fiction fun happening. But this week, we thought we would take it like a little bit different, and we thought that we would put together a super group, a K-pop co-ed supergroup of idols that we think would make a great Halloween-themed group. Vampires, maybe? Witches? I don't know. We'll see what we come up with.
Just all of it. That would be sweet.
Anything. Just like a little Halloween, like sort of if we just took, like, the video for 2 PM's My House, but made a whole band from that concept.
It's like Monster Mash meets 2 PM's Our House.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fine.
My House. Done. Perfect. So,
Perfect.
I'm gonna say for the center, it kind of has to be, in my opinion, Jae-joon. He
yeah.
something, he's got that immortal vampire vibe.
Yeah, he really does. He really
100%.
Literally any member of VIX, but I'm gonna go with Ravi. I think he would bring a nice energy to the group.
Yeah.
Now this is a co-ed group, so we got to pick some ladies as well.
No, but okay, I'll pick a lady in a little bit. But my choice is got to be Hyungwon from Monster X. He's just he's a vampire.
But counterpoint, Chankian from Monster X would also be a pretty great member.
He's the wolf.
Oh, he's the monster.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Oh, ladies. Okay.
Don't we have to though stick Taemin in somewhere?
Well, yes, he's our demonic lord and master. So
yeah, I feel like he just rules them all.
He's
maybe he's a constant nemesis that's like a part of the group, but not really. Like he kind of comes and goes because he's busy.
See, I just want to cheat and do a Dreamcatcher girl, but I'm not going to do that.
You can Dreamcatcher girl.
No, I think who would be like a really good either vampire or like witch is Faye from Miss A. I think she would be able to pull that off really nicely. She'd be great in that group too.
Interesting. I was thinking Irene from Red Velvet would be a fun addition because she's got that nice resting bitch face I like her energy, her male hatred energy. Mwah, love it. So I feel like that would work really nicely.
I mean, I also have to throw in just because Park Jung-min from SS501 is definitely one of the lead vampires in this. Has to be 100%.
Agreed.
I feel like either Jiwoo or Somin from Card could probably hang out there too. Maybe both of them. I don't know. That one video where like the guys were dead and they were like still having dinner with them or something, like with their corpses and stuff was like pretty monsterific. So
Sunmi would do a like very good
vampire, I love Sunmi. I love Sunmi so much. And like what I like about her, which works well for this concept, is that she's not afraid to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like she really enjoys being ridiculous. And if we're going with this fictional Halloween themed supergroup, you need someone who's not afraid to be a little ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Edon could play a good ghost because he looks like he's dead already.
Victorian. Yeah.
A sad Victorian boy whom Hyuna feeds soup. I really like Edon. Don't come for me. I'm not sure about how the sound of this group would be now that I'm thinking about who we've like added to this group, but like it would be interesting.
Just try it.
I don't know, when you were saying not afraid to be ridiculous, I suddenly remembered, I was reminded that our darling Sung-hoon also has a beautiful singing voice.
Beautiful singing voice. He has a singing voice. I think if
back up.
Listen, I think you mean international superstar Roy Bang, because that is his superstar singer name. Thank you very much.
But he's also not afraid to be ridiculous.
That's true.
Oh,
he could be like visuals or something, Sometimes the visuals are supposed to be the like most theatrical
he could be,
one.
like, kind of
he can't dance worth
the
shit,
visual,
though.
like.
We don't need much dancing in this. Like,
no, he could be like the MC or something, Like he just goes out and
the guy off to the side doing like the voiceover, like in the Dog of Night.
You also have like so many people in this group that like it's okay if someone can't sing or someone can't dance because everybody else would kind of like fill in that spot.
Is this essentially a musical group? Kind of. I mean, there are two groups like that, K-pop groups like that these days. The T-Birds and is it the Pink Ladies? It was based off of a performance of Grease.
Okay,
I'm cool with that. Like, listen, you know what I think the world needs more? Musicals. So there was that one K-pop musical, the Hologram musical, but I think it's time for a resurgence. I think we need like another K-pop musical that maybe they stream on Cocoa or something so I can actually watch it.
You would think like Netflix would pick up something like that. That feels like Netflix trying to like hone in on like High School Musical popularity, but like
there is actually a musical coming out next year, but it's not a High School Musical-esque.
No, it has the girl from Goblin and
and anyway,
it's not gonna be.
It's a sad musical.
Yeah,
it's about the heroic core. It's not. It's like everyone dies at the end. It's a real lame situation.
Yeah.
We want a fun K-pop musical where everyone lives.
Yeah. We want High School Musical Korea.
Alternatively, it could be this is the musical episode from a drama, because there's also not a lot of those.
No.
Right.
Like, we got Dream High, it was bad. Then we got Dream High 2, it was worse. But we need it again. We need
and maybe
more.
Make them Halloween-esque. Give me vampires in them, and I'm here. So
I want So Kang-joon just cameo as a robot. He just has to like walk through and do some robot things.
Don't forget the robot. And Lee Jun's getting out of the military soon. He already has played a vampire. And I just love Lee Jun, so
you're like, throw him in.
No, literally every time I see Lee Jun on screen, I go, Lee Jun! like especially if like you weren't expecting him, like he shows up as like a guest on a variety show, I'm like, Lee Jun!
Yeah, I hope that's the instance, because if he's like the main lead, that would get old rather fast. Every time he shows
I would randomly pick something, and suddenly like I wouldn't even like look at, like you do, you just pick something random, and then I would just like Lee Jun would appear and I'd be like, what? Lee Jun! Like I have a pretty low voice.
It just gets higher and higher.
Like, I become like a squeaking like mess. I just love Lee Jun. What can I say?
So now the question is, does Soji Sub show up?
Oh, hell yeah. He's got to be like the rapping Frankenstein's monster. Are you kidding me? Come on. He's just going to show up in everything.
Or he owns like it's in like a warehouse or something, and he's the one who's like going to see what all the ruckus is about in his like abandoned warehouse.
or it's like a Scooby-Doo theme, and he's like the guy under the mask causing.
No, that's Kim Won-hee.
Like he's the guy with the, and when they pull his mask off, it's like Ji Jin Hee or somebody underneath it. Like it just keeps getting like.
And it gets like during the bridge, they're ripping off all these, and then it's like the rapper that you didn't know was part of this group who suddenly starts spitting fire when they get to like the bottom of the map. And you're like, oh no, oh yes, oh no, oh yes. Oh, I wish this existed.
This is what we do to ourselves. We make something we really want to exist that doesn't.
Now I'm just sad. Like,
yeah, we give you this high and then there's a low.
Like a Halloween costume, we're just gonna be bummed out that it's like not.
Like I'm just waiting to see what Chanyeol pulls out this year for his Halloween costume, because my boy spends too much money on Halloween costumes, but I'm living for it. I was telling someone about his Iron Man costume, where what I think is the funniest part about his Iron Man costume was that you couldn't sit in it, and he put it on 2 kilometers away from the party. But he couldn't drive there, so we had to walk the whole way to the party in a $10,000 Iron Man suit. And I don't even think he won the costume contest.
Probably not.
Oh, I'm just sad, like, Key's in the military right now. He always brings it with the Halloween costumes, too.
Well, I mean, like, Shiny was the one reason they do that, because they were the only ones who were going to the party dressed up. Nobody else in SM was. Finally, when like Shiny kept on doing it, everybody was like, okay, I guess I will too.
Just that iconic video of him dressed as like Marge Simpson, like popping.
Yeah.
Too much. It's too, or him putting on the Ronald McDonald outfit, and then I think it was Mino was dressed as the Colonel from KFC, and they're like fake fighting, like.
Yeah.
Wow. Chef kiss. I love Halloween. And then there was, I think it was the 17 where they did like a whole thing, and one of them was dressed as Pennywise, and then someone did a fan cam for just the balloon. Just like followed the balloon.
I love those fan cams so much. The random ones.
Where it's just like meant to be stupid, which is part of the fun.
For In Flying, they did a Halloween V Live or something, and the little main singer guy, he was dressed as that creepy nun from like I think it was last year, that movie. Yeah. And he just sat there like talking and stuff, but he looked very much like the character. It was
like the Pennywise costume was good, but like good, you know. But then there's the classic NCT where they Rose and Jack, and then they do like the stupid dance together. Yeah. I can't, like... Or the 17 one where Woozy clearly did not want to be wearing a costume, and he just walks in with that Teletubbies costume looking like his soul has been taken from him. Ugh. I love Halloween.
Me too.
Like, it's just such a wholesome holiday, where it's like, you get to dress up, and people give you candy.
It really is the greatest.
How can people have a problem with this?
Speaking of candy,
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was pretty neat. I saw an ad for this recently, and I don't remember the exact name, but you can buy this box of candy. It has like 300 pieces in it, but it comes from 6 different countries, and the box itself like labels, it kind of has holes for each type of candy, and it's from this variety, you know, some South American, some Asian, and I thought that was really interesting, like that people could buy this and then offer kids, like, because it had it labeled what country it was from, but also what type of candy it was, like exactly what was in it and stuff. So I was like, that's really neat. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah. And so, like, we give out candy because we live in a house and we're not monsters. However, our house is in, like, a really weird place, so we, like, never get any trick-or-treaters. So we always have to get candy that, like, we want to eat.
Yes.
So this is, like, a message. Listen, this is a message to any trick-or-treaters in Halifax. Don't stop at the corner of Devonshire and go back up. There's another house on Barrington, okay? And
you sure you want to be saying this?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. No one will find it anyway. And we give out full cans of soda. Just saying, you know,
she's making not expression like she really is giving something. Like,
no,
whoa.
and
I'm the top dog.
And I'm not talking no-name brand soda. We give pallets of Coca-Cola, okay? So, we give the good shit.
Like my dad used to always say, it was like, he lived in the country, so, like, to get to people's houses, like, you had to do a lot of walking or get on your bike or something, right? And he's like, and there's only so many houses, but you learned, he's like, by the time we were 10, we knew which houses to hit and which ones did more.
Yeah.
It's like, that one gives the can of Coke. That one gives the full-size candy bars. That one gives one of those, like, crappy little Halloween kisses, and I ain't going for that. Like, that's too long a walk.
No, everyone always came to our house. I lived in the country, too, growing up. And everyone always came to our house because my mom would put on possibly the most terrifying haunted house in existence. And when I'm saying, like, our house is creepy to begin with because it's like a 19th century farmhouse. Okay. So it was like, it makes creepy noises and is creepy to begin with. But then mom, like, she got all of her, like, because mom has all these friends who are, like, lesbians and, you know, single women who just live in the country and have nothing else to do and don't have any kids to take around. So they would all come and put on this haunted house. We traumatized some kids. Like, we, like, some kids still dream of us in their nightmares. Like, so you would walk in and then there would be, like, my sisters were teenagers when I was little, so they wouldn't be trick-or-treating either. So they would be helping out at this haunted house just to, like, fuck with the neighborhood kids, right? Because what else are you going to do? So one of them would be, like, hanging, but done up in such a way that it looks like it's fake. But then when you try to pass it, then suddenly it like lunges at you, obviously. Then you go through like this creepy little hallway, and then there's like another hallway that you turn into that leads to like the kitchen. And the kitchen looks like safety's there. So you're walking along this hallway, and then my dad would be in the bathroom, which is like a door on this unlit hallway, dressed in a gorilla suit. But not a full gorilla suit, because he wasn't like totally invested in Halloween. So he'd have like a Bill Cosby sweater and like khaki pants, but then a gorilla like face mask. And he would just be waiting for the last person in line to like pass. And then he would jump out and kidnap the last person in line. So then when you arrive in the kitchen, you suddenly realize you're no longer with all of your party. So then we had like dead bodies, like we had someone performing like a live vivisection, like a live dissection on like the kitchen counter. Like, then you keep going, and we had this old antique organ. So one of my mom's friends would be like with all these candles around her, just like playing this organ, like hunched over and like cackling maniacally. And then you get finally all the way through the house after this like house of like disturbing shit. Like, my mom is like a really nice woman. You would not expect the shit that she did. Like, when I'm talking like a live dissection, I mean there's like someone strapped down screaming while someone's like squirting blood and like fakes. Like, it was fucked up. Like, even like thinking about this now, I'm like, how we didn't get in trouble is another thing. So then you would finally arrive on like the porch to like exit. So you've made it all the way through this house, and we had this like glassed-in porch. And my mom would be sitting there in a full, like, evil witch getup, like, elaborate evil witch getup, like, big hook nose, wart, like, everything, like, surrounded by, like, you know, skulls and shit. And she'd have 3 bowls of candy, she, like, at her feet. And she'd be in a rocking chair, just, like, you know, rocking back and forth. And she'd be like, "Hello, children." Like, "Come, yes, come, help yourself to candy, but beware." Like, some of it is cursed. You're just like, just give the kids their candy and let them go.
They already went through so much. So.
Like pee themselves. We had kids cry. Like,
Oh my gosh.
we were monsters. We were that family. But they all loved us. They all still came to our Christmas party every year, so who cares? But yeah, full-size cans of Coke at this house, and we never get any trick-or-treaters. It's a real... Did Lizzie try to steal that again?
She tried to eat it.
Oh,
My little pony. It's not even mine. It's my works.
Trying to eat your Rainbow Dash. Ay, 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 ay.
My cat.
Ay, ay, ay. Little Lizzie.
She knows. She knows it's over here. Listen, I am trying to be an idol at a fan signing here.
All right. Now that we've gone through that long-winded story about my mother traumatizing young children, we're going to do a little Halloween Mad Lib, because we just can't get enough of the Halloween season. Okay. So Halloween Mad Lib. Alrighties.
Okay.
Ladies, we need a verb.
Run.
Okay. We need an adjective.
Creepy.
Okay. Okay, computer, type. There you go. You did it. We need a plural noun.
Vampires.
Vampires. All right. We need another plural noun.
Werewolves.
Okay. Now we need a verb ending in ing.
Screaming.
Okay, screaming. Ooh, learn to type. Hear my little clickety click of my nails.
Click, clack.
We need an adjective.
Dark.
Okay. We need another adjective.
Foggy.
They don't have to be Halloween themed. Okay.
Yes, they do.
Because we need another adjective.
Another one.
Slime.
Cursed.
Curse.
Slime is good.
Okay, we need a noun.
Jisoo.
My computer just tried to correct that to miso. Not Jason.
No.
Jisoo. I'm Jesus. Okay. We need we need a verb.
Rapping.
Rapping.
Rap.
Rapping. We need an adverb.
Slowly.
Yeah, that's an adverb. Correct. We need another adjective.
My words, right? Oh.
This is like the longest Madlib ever. Okay, adjective. We're like only halfway through, by the way. What is it?
Orange.
Orange. Okay. Noun.
We're all just-
Ghost. A girl group. I don't know. Or
Plural
groups.
noun. Girl groups. Okay.
Trying to make him K-drama-esque or
Adjective.
something.
Slimy, that's what Jesse said earlier.
It's slimy. Okay. Another adjective.
Wow.
Furry.
Okay. We need a part of the body.
Arm.
Nose.
Keep it clean, arm. I heard arm first. Okay. Adjective.
Subway-like.
Subway-like.
We need another adjective.
Poor.
Okay. We need a celebrity.
Oh.
Oh, we already
Kim Won-hee.
Kim Won-hee. Okay. Verb. We're like not even close to done. Okay, verb.
Exercise. Exorcise. Not exercise. Exorcise.
The spooky kind.
We need a verb ending in ing.
Sleeping.
Okay. We need person in the room. We need one of us. Who's it gonna
Sky.
be? Sky. I heard Sky first. Verb.
Oh, golly.
Hate.
Drink. Okay. Number.
13.
Plural noun.
Boy groups.
Okay. Part of the body.
Nose.
Okay. Verb. We're almost at the end, guys.
Comeback.
Noun.
Album.
I was going to say music show.
Actually, music show works a little better for
Do it.
plural noun.
Cats.
Cats. Okay. Boop. Noun.
K-drama.
Okay. Adjective.
Sad.
Another one.
Happy.
I didn't realize it was this long. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Noun.
Witch's
Noun.
hat.
Witch's hat. Verb.
Sing.
Sing.
Yeah.
Plural noun.
Actors.
Or adverb. There's only two left. Adverb.
Swimmingly.
What?
Swimmingly?
Swimmingly. Oh. I heard winkingly. I'm like, I don't think that's a word.
We can make it a word.
And then finally, noun.
Microphone.
Okay. This is called Throwing the Perfect Halloween Party. Fall. Who doesn't run that time of year when the weather gets creepy and when the vampires start to change? Halloween is time for carving werewolves, screaming candy, and throwing a dark Halloween party. Halloween parties are certainly foggy, but preparing them can be stressful. However, so long as you remain cursed, your Jisoo will be something everyone will wrap. First of all, you must dress slowly. Your costume must be orange.
Taking a turn.
I lost where I was. Your costume must be orange enough to ensure that you are the ghost of the party. Classic costumes such as vampires and girl groups are always a hit, and keep in mind that comfort is slimy. Oh my god, I lost where I was. Comfort is slimy. This will be a furry evening, and you don't want your arm to be sore later. Knowing who to invite is also Subway-like. Ideally, you want someone poor, like Kim Won-hee. If that person can't exorcise sleeping someone like Sky isn't a bad idea, but just make sure that they don't drink too much like last year. That sounds like Sky to me.
Totally.
Don't let them have more than 13 boy groups, so you don't wind up spending the entire party holding their nose. Their nose back as they come back all over the music show. You're the host. And other cats need your K-dramas too. As long as you're friendly and sad. And you provide plenty of happy music and some delicious witches hats, your guests will sing you. If you follow these tips, your actors will swimmingly come back in December for your microphone party. The end.
There are some borderline inappropriate things.
Be sure to dress slowly. Slowly.
Oh.
Slowly.
Like,
What?
the funny thing is, I'm crying from laughing so hard, but I'm just leaving it there because that's my makeup in the first place.
Yeah, you got the easy.
Anything else? We're gonna have to do Madlibs for Christmas too, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So, this has been the spooky episode, Halloween episode, with the spooky, in parentheses, quotations, Halloween movie, Oh My Ghost, on Netflix. So, in other Halloween-based news, there's going to be a fun little Halloween quiz on our brand new website, certifiednunas.com, that comes out on Monday. So go check that out and maybe do some fun quiz times. There's more quizzes on there too. We're kind of quiz maniacs now. In addition, we have a survey going on right now that is happening that we want you to go fill out. It'll be on the blog. It'll be pinned to the top of the blog. It's going to be we want you at certifiednews.com. We want you to find out what you like about the show, what you want to see from the show. We want you to go fill that out and so we can make the show the best that you have. In addition, show notes will now exclusively be on the blog post. So when we upload it to the blog, that's where all the show notes will be. So all the time codes and everything will be there. So that is a new thing. And yeah, if you want to support the podcast, don't forget to go to ko-fi.com/certifiednunas, or you can just go to certifiednunas.com and click the link in the sidebar. Thank you for listening, and we hope you have a spooky Halloween and eat lots of candy and stay safe. All right, have a good one. Bye.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.